What's up? So this is the thing, man. I want to make this clear, even though I explained this, several times. But it's just like explaining the same thing, but maybe I thought about this is more understandable, as in if you're talking to idiots. Of understanding, people who get into these channels that are just about spreading hate. People who get into them are single, so you can understand why people don't want to be around you. Maybe you can understand that, but like I said, you can't get any more dumber than a racist. But something I wrote to my one of my nephews that sometimes gives me certain things, and I know he only gets it from social media because no one else cares about what he wants to talk about. But like I said, a lot of these things he said I hear on social media, I never hear in the real world. I still don't. But he does say certain things I'm familiar with on hate channels. And I want to know, Jeremy's not an official like hate channel. He's just in a one race group that is biased, that, he likes bars, more than clubs, movies and shows that star one color, only hang out one color and date one color. He's in a one race group. They're still racist, but you ever look up on YouTube putting diet racism? Just look it up. It's college humor, but it's like diet racism. It is true. It's how their mind is. They're not like, they're pretty much in the whole racist ball, but they just don't know they're racist. They're just stupid. Said, man, I forgot what she said, but I'll never date an Asian or something like that. It's just like, they just don't know what they're, but anyways. So I want to start something with my nephew real quick, and I'm gonna read what I wrote him. My nephew wrote me something. I'll explain in a second, and it was something that he wrote me. I guess I'll go ahead and explain it now because I know the order I wanted to go. But I'm gonna start with the second thing I wrote him because I feel like the first thing I wrote him, would go flow better. But he gave me a text after he just like we had this bet about who's gonna win, $500. You know what I mean? And gave me a text about after that debate, like, oh, it's over, after that debate and stuff, and he doesn't believe he's not voting for Trump. I'm just, he's not. He just like feels like, he just likes he listens to, like I said, I'm betting social media and only social media, which I'm getting second. I told him normally when he gives me a text and it shows that it's from Twitter and it shows like a symbol of X, I told him several times, stop giving me texts because I just delete your text. I don't even, click it. I just go delete anytime you try to give me something for Twitter. Yeah, I always said the biggest losers I've ever seen on YouTube who be like, oh, I got my information from Twitter. You're beneath me, and I explain that sometimes he's beneath me. But he gave me a text that said, Joe over. And I was just like, I bet you that's something that he got off of social media. I don't know, he wrote me something, I just deleted it. And the thing is, I was like betting, like I just deleted because I was like, that sounds like something social media would say. Like, it just sounds lame to come up with. Joe over, and it sounds like that Let's Go Brandon. How people, I seen some guy actually had that on a shirt and a hat. And I figure, you don't know how retarded that makes you look, and it just doesn't really like it. It's not like, oh, you got him. No, it's dumb. I know where it came from because they thought he was saying, let's go Brandon, but they were saying F Joe Biden or something, but it was just kind of like, why wear that? I mean, it means nothing to people. It just says people, hey, I'm ignorant. I'm in a cult. I follow along like a sheep, but, so it just feels like, that's like Joe over. It's like, that just feels lame. Anything, City Joe Biden. No one says that unless they're just saying it to a bunch of single dudes. Let's put it this way. You don't see people running around with a Obama shirt, a Biden shirt, normal people doing that, or wearing their shirt, worshiping code and all that things. It would look strange. You're not going to see no blacks for Biden or blacks for Obama or whites for Obama or whites for, you're not going to see that shit unless someone's freaking strange, okay? But let's just get more into it because I have this person in the title. You probably want me at least mention them every once in a while, But I just want to use an example of this is, where it comes to reviews of Germany in a second. But, so I said, most of your conversation that you try to have with me is why I delete your text, why I explain to him, is I explained this before. He, one time, he reacts with social media. Whatever social media is angry about, he tries to act like he's angry about or upset about. And that's what I'm thinking. That's hate channels, because you only see that in hate channels. And I said to him, and I explained to him on the phone when I actually talked to him. I told him that, and I said, remember that time you got mad wishing that they would replace Ezra, whatever his name is, Ezra Miller for the Flash, and you're telling me that you wish they replaced him with a specific guy, and I said, who's that guy you're talking about? He just knew the name, but he didn't know who the guy was. And I said, going by social media, how they work, I bet you the guy you're bringing up is the guy who's on some TV show plays the Flash. I've seen clips of him. I don't know who he is. He's not a good actor, but I've seen clips of the Flash sometimes, but I never watched the show. He looked it up. It was him. I've seen that before several times. It's just like no brain at all. There's a reason why that guy's only in TV shows and not in the big screen, which that I know of. I couldn't recognize him if I saw him in a movie, because he's just no one that caught my attention at all. I've never watched the show, but I'm pretty sure he's just been in the Flash. But anyways, and the next one, there's just not an order, but and I explained to him, like, you remember the time you gave me something like, this game sucks, they killed off Batman. And back then I gave him a text and I said, you don't even play freaking video games. What the hell are you talking about? Are you talking about the game that's titled Kill the Justice League? That you're mad that they killed Batman? The title is called Kill the Justice League. Something about social media, I did constantly see it. They're mad that Batman was killed. And it's kind of weird. They're not even mad about Superman being killed or anything. Something about Batman being killed. As I said, they pick and choose who to be angry about. It's something like John Connor kind of shit, weird shit. Batman kills, all that shit. And surprisingly, his girlfriend is attractive, but she's dumb as fuck. But she's definitely attractive, but it's just no ass, no tits, but anyways, and he's not allowed to see her family because she's a different skin color I'm not gonna like explain, blah, blah, but he's not allowed to see the family yet. He has not met the family. They don't even know that they're dating because of his skin color. It's just like, there's gonna be stupidity in somewhere when you have that kind of mind. But anyways, he's probably allowed to see the family, but they're just keeping a secret that she's dating someone of his skin color. But what was the other one? Well, I guess the other one I'll just say is Joe. Let's see. I did send him on the text. Let's see if I can see it. I think Batman, Joe, and Flash. Yeah, I remember there was something else, but it's just like it's just like you're giving yourself away. But this is what the really first thing I sent, and then I sent him that, but I was gonna read it, but I decided to go ahead and just kind of like summarize what I was saying in that text. But this is the first thing I said. So to understand how stupid you sound, since you don't see it because you're stupid, and then I asked, I skipped that. Okay, and then because you're stupid, okay, I skipped the whole sentence. If Trump came up to me and said locker room talk, and then I asked you about a situation and you will say locker room talk, it's just like, why would I need to talk to you if I know what this other person of hate says? That's what the point I'm trying to get into. So, and then I explain again, it's, after I said, just imagine, me, like what it's like talking to you is I go up to, Trump said something to me about locker room talk. And then I ask you about a situation similar to that and you say locker room talk. What's the point of talking to you? When I know you have the same mind as someone that will think for you. But, it's like, why would I need to know what you think at all? And all I need to do is go to a hate channel. Like, why would I need to know what you think? And all I need to do is just go to a hate channel to know how you think. Why? That's why I explained. That's why I delete your text. What do I need to know from you? Like, why do I need to read your text When if I want to know what you think, I can just know what a hate channel is. Like that's why, and I explained that's why I don't never click a hate channel, because you know what they're going to say about this situation, because they're copying off each other. Once one hate channel hates this movie, the other hate channels hate the movie. I never seen a movie that hate channels hate, but there's specific hate channels thought this movie is great. Terminator Dark Fate, X-Men Dark Phoenix. You know, it's kind of like with Jeremy. You know what he's going to do when it's supposed to be hated by a hate channel. That's why I wanted to talk about the Star Wars show called The Equalizer, which is so far entertaining, and I'm waiting for the next episode today. I will be watching it with the family. Now they're all caught up and they enjoyed them all. The first episode they didn't really watch. I told them just to watch the last 20 minutes. You know, I kind of did some fast forward for them because I figure that's not really necessary. You just need to know how that someone believes that they believe this, you know, so, but you still need to watch it. You need to get the idea of, but like I said, I like my video, I don't care about flashbacks, but it's like, why, it's kind of like with German, like I said, when movies hated by hate channels, he does his review angry about the movie, like Terminator Dark Fate, X-Men Dark Phoenix. What was that recent one that he was just like angry, the Marvels? But something about, like, he'll use F-bombs. There was something, it was like something that hate channels were mad about. I think it was last year or this year. And then he has this angry tone, like his life was ruined and the movie was just okay or something. The only movie I know he did not show that was, because I kind of figured he wouldn't, and that's why that video was a different channel, where I was saying, I did a reaction of watching him give his review, like, up to The Mermaid or something, because I knew he would call it No Alcohol Required, nothing better than that. That's old video. Because I was figuring, no, there's certain things that he's smart enough to know what's really give him away. Even though he does things that really gives him away. And I know my last video I kind of messed up on a little bit. I mentioned like 2 things, but certain things I've already mentioned in a previous video about him, so I didn't want to go over it again. But, and it hit me like, oh, I could have brought up that, other examples. But just, I think the biggest example for episode 5 of that, The Equalizer, whatever it's called, not Equalizer, I know that's the Denzel movie, but Equia, I don't know what it's called, is him saying the fight, it was too dark for him to see. If he could tell what was going on, there's something wrong with you. Like I said in that video, the video's got a different channel. I talk about Chris. People, if you tell me you can't tell what's going on in these specific fights that, like Chris was talking about for the Martian Hunter, like I couldn't tell so many cuts were going on, I would think there's something wrong with your eyes, or you have autism, ADD, where you can't figure things out, or there's something mentally wrong with you, as in like there is something not there. Because I've never seen a fight in a movie that I could not tell what was going on. Even Jason Bourne movies, I enjoy those fights. I know what's going on. I don't care about the cuts. They don't bother me at all. So those are the mindsets of people that are stupid. The most silly cuts I've ever seen is when they're mocking Taken 3, where he was I think they like show like they had like 7 cuts for him to jump over a fence. I don't know, but I didn't like Taken 1, so I never really saw Taken 2 or 3. I kind of fast forward through them, and I don't even know what I saw, because I wasn't paying attention. I was just fast forward through it. But that's the point. I was telling my nephew about, why would I need to know what you think about this when I already know what other hate channels think about it. So anyway, but the point is when I saw the Joe over thing, is I sent him something and I said, hey, I just randomly ran into, in big words, Joe Over from a hate channel. Didn't click the video, and I sent to him thinking, that's proof that your mind is off of what you see in social media. Because you gotta understand, it is weird to see a person upset about Suicide Squad killed the Justice League when they don't even play video games, and they were pointing out, the main point is pointing out they killed Batman, and I kind of I meant to say it way then, but I guess it's good to bring up now because this is just the ending of it. Is I've seen videos where they'll try to say what they wish would have happened. They do their own animation, and so when Harley Quinn was about to shoot Batman, he jumps up, throws his gas bomb, he does all this, and I'm like, and then he defeats the Suicide Squad. And I'm like, so you wanted to see a ending that you get from a lot of cartoon Batman movies or shows, whatever. You like see the same outcome shit. But seeing something different, especially when it's spelled out to you, kill the Justice League. That angers me. I didn't know this was coming. Kind of like a lot of reviewers were like angry that the movie Focus was a love story. They didn't say why. They're like, oh, I didn't know it was a love story. They were trying to give it bad reviews. Like, yeah, we know the point of why you're upset about it being a love story. That's what I'm talking about, picking up on the things. When people are complaining over things that don't make sense, that is a racist mind. That is Jeremy's mind. But it is like, but he never said the N-word in his videos. That is why you're alone, because you can't pick up on hints when a girl doesn't like you. All right, peace, I gotta go.